All right, we are continuing our live team coverage for you into the preparations ahead of the nor'easter with DOT Commissioner Joe Giulietti. Joe, thanks so much for being with us this morning. I know you've got a busy day on tap. We appreciate it.
Yeah, you make these days long for me. So how are you doing?
We were joking during the break. You were saying, can't you guys move this storm? Unfortunately, we can't. Our meteorologists have been tracking it for several days. We've gone back and forth, 1 to 3, 3 to 6, 10 to 20 now. So what are you guys doing to prepare?
Well, a couple of things. That first off, right now we're going to have a little over 700 employees, 600 trucks. Today is a day that we not only go out there checking the roads, but we're also loading up all those trucks, getting them ready for when the storm starts. If you don't mind, I'd like to give a couple of reminders to people. Metro North may not be running the same schedule for Saturday tomorrow. So please visit ctrail.com for their schedule. In terms of the buses, cttransit.com. And for those that want to know how it's going with the highways and the traffic cameras, cttravel.smart.org. So that way the public can keep tabs on what's going on. But, we're really right now, we've already talked about the fact that we're down 300 to 400 people. So, we'll be using contractors and everything else because we're also trying to determine, how this storm is going to come in. It's looking like it's going to be much worse on the east end of the state, but we've got the entire state and 11,000 miles that we're dealing with. So we've already got stuff that's down on the road. The road temperatures were extremely cold. Yesterday when I got up, I had pulled out onto the local roads here. It was -4 on the road temperatures. So that also has an effect on how we're going to be able to deal with this storm.
Now, we know this is now going to be a major storm. Most parts of the state are looking at 10 to 20 inches. So is there a certain threshold during the storm? For instance, if it is snowing at 2 inches an hour, are plows able to keep going? Are they able to handle that? At what point do they have to pull over and sort of wait for things to subside a little bit more? Or do they get to keep going all day, all night long?
Actually, they do keep going all day and all night long. That's one of the things that, we've got an extremely dedicated workforce and they keep the trucks going so that we can go. But you are exactly correct. 1 inch an hour seems to be what we can handle. When it starts going to 2 inches an hour, we have to make some other decisions, and especially in terms of how the highways are operating. Right now, I'm going to have a call in a couple of hours with all of our sister states as to what are we looking at in terms of tractor trailer bans because of the winds that we're anticipating that we're going to get. So we have to make those calls as we're looking at it. And yes, it can reach a point that you have to look at, do we have to shut down some of our highways because you can't keep up with it? I'm not anticipating that right now. But again, you've seen how this forecast has varied. We're looking at the same thing. So it's going to be an interesting day. It's going to be a long night. And in some ways, we're very fortunate that this is coming in on a Saturday so that a lot of people can stay home, watch the storm come through, and give us a chance to clear those roads.
Now, there are a lot of people that will still be working during the storm. Obviously, your crews, news people here. But the good news is a lot of people aren't working. So that means a lot of people will be able to stay off the roads. Right, Joe?
Yes. And, I've said it before. In almost every storm, we've had situations where people are going too fast and they run right into the back of our plows. So please give time for the plows and don't ever pass a plow that's plowing the snow. It's extremely dangerous. It puts a lot of people at risk. So appreciate you bringing that up.
Yeah, things are going to be bad enough. We don't want to deal with any accidents or worse injuries. Joe, thanks so much. We know you are busy. Big day ahead. We do appreciate your time and checking with us here at Fox 61.
And I appreciate you doing this public outreach to keep all of your listeners informed. Thank you.
Absolutely. Stay safe and, of course, stay warm.